Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I am doing our Fearless Friday live today because I was away in San Diego for the weekend. So I really just kind of have a fire under my pants today that I just want to share with you about a crucial mistake women need to stop doing to have more happiness and less divorce. And this one is just for you today, ladies, okay? We know that men have lots of things they need to work on to be more available, to have more capacity for intimacy, to know their purpose. Great. Let's put all that to the side for today, and we're going to focus on you. And one of the biggest things that I know from being through 2 divorces myself and also from observing it between other women or watching other women and knowing myself, some of the ways that I ruined relationships is control. Okay, trying to control your man specifically. And I just need you to hear this, that men are not objects that need to be tamed or mothered or told what to do or coddled or controlled. They're not. They can handle it. And often what happens is that we are afraid that they are a reflection of us. So when we take them with us to a party or we're introducing them to our friends or our family, and they're not saying exactly what we want them to say or wearing exactly what we want them to wear or doing what we want them to do, we make them feel less for it. And we often override them and try to control the situation so that we feel better about ourselves. So this is a big issue, showing first your low self-worth and the fact that you have insecurity about yourself, that you are projecting onto your man, and you're worried about what everybody thinks. Okay, so first of all, you need to separate yourself from him and realize that he is not you, and you can only control you. And what happens is when a woman tries to make sure that her guy is doing everything the way that she wants or doing everything perfectly, he begins to feel mothered. It makes him feel like he's not good enough. And again, I've said this over and over again, when a man feels like he can't make you happy and he's not good enough, he stops trying, right? And then what happens is the marriage starts to get stagnant, like all the things we've talked about before, or the relationship does. And the man just sort of gives up and stops trying. And then the woman is then frustrated. Why aren't you doing things for anymore? Why aren't you helping around the house? Why aren't you doing this? Because he's not inspired to. A man needs to be inspired in order to do things for his woman. It doesn't mean that he doesn't want to make you happy. He does, but he feels like he can't. So why bother trying? So even when you're asking him to do something and it's not good enough and you go and do it yourself over top of him, or you say, just forget about it, I'll just do it. You know, he just feels like a failure. And men don't want to feel that way. I'm not saying you have to walk on eggshells and fake it. What you can do is communicate your desires, but in a way that inspires him to action, okay? In a way that tells him how him doing this, what it provides for you. Because men are providers, they want to provide, and when they know what that provides for you, it's so much of a better feeling for him than a naggy voice that he just doesn't want to listen to. And so I'm just really trying to be bold about this because I see women destroying their relationships and tearing their men down with this constantly. And I do not judge you because I did it myself. Okay, I've had 2 failed marriages, and I do not blame all of that on my ex. If you follow me at all, you know that I take full responsibility for my part in creating that dynamic and choosing those people, etc. But the biggest thing that I realized is belittling a man and how that really makes him feel. It makes him feel terrible, like he can't do it right. And the way you talk about him to other people is also really important about what he hears you speaking of him. And it just can make or break it. So if he's not doing exactly what you want, first of all, you need to look at it like, does it really effing matter? Does it matter what he does at the party or what he wears or how he talks or what job he has? Does that really matter in the true essence of your happiness? Probably not. It's not a make or break thing. So just let him be. Now, if it's a really big issue that you want to voice to him that you're concerned about, there is a way to do that, right? Like I just said, you approach him and you say, first of all, you find a good time to talk to him when he's not busy, because men are compartmentalized, right? They can only do, not that they, sorry, they only really focus on one thing at a time, which is brilliant, because the thing that they're doing is they do it so well. And women are multitaskers. You know, we can be like doing the dishes, talking about whatever with the kids, and like, you know, reading a book at the same time. But men really are single focused. And so you have to find a good time to talk with him, ask him if it's a good time. And then you need to say, you know, babe, this is how I feel when you do this or that. You know, it makes me feel this way. And he's going to be like, oh, I didn't know that. And then you can say, yeah, and if you did it this way, what it would provide for me is the feeling of blank. Okay, it would make me feel really cared for. Okay, so taking out the trash, for instance. Babe, when I have to take out the trash, I feel like I just feel dirty sometimes. I feel like I'm a servant, and I just like, I worry about getting it all over me, and I have to take it out there. And you know, it's just one more thing that I have to do. And when I'm busy doing this, it just doesn't feel good to me to do that. It makes me feel uncared for. And what it would provide for me if you took out the trash would be the feeling of, you know, safety, or that someone's taking care of me, or I just feel more lovely, and I just feel more safe on the whole. Okay, so that's an extreme, but you get the idea. It's so much of a better way of doing it. Like, you didn't take out the trash again. Like what, like it's overflowing. Do you not see, you know, because us women, we are quick. We can see things really fast that sometimes men can't see. And so you need to do it in a kind way. And the other thing is just stop trying to control him. Just stop. Stop trying to make him do things the way that you want it to be done, because he's not you. Okay. And just let him be who he is. And, you know, the issue is, if you want to change him, if you want to change everything about him, you probably shouldn't be with him. And that's just a fact. So the options are not be with a man and change everything about him and get him to do what you want. That's not an option. The option is either be with him, accept him for who he is, or the other option is leave and go find someone else. Okay, so that is really the two choices. So, hi, Jamie. So that's what I'm talking about right now, is the importance of not trying to control your man, not trying to make him be exactly what you want him to be and put him in this little box, because he is wonderful as he is. And if you can't see that, then maybe you need to start looking for ways, and the ways that you are sabotaging the relationship by trying to control him and make him operate the way that you want him to. So I just wanted to come in here and share that, because I see a lot of women doing this. It's ruining their marriages. And like, if you're still married and you're in a relationship with a great man and you're doing this, stop. Okay, take it from me. Stop. Stop doing it, because it's not going to lead to your happiness, and it's only going to make him want to pull away from you and go find another woman who makes him feel good about himself. So find what you can appreciate about him today. So if you are married and you are with a man, find something to appreciate about him today and tell him about it. Okay. And when he doesn't do something exactly the way you want, I want you to stop and think, does this really matter? Does this really matter in the true scope of my happiness? If it doesn't, let it go. Let him do his thing. If it does really matter, and this is like a thing to die over, then approach him the way that I just explained, by sharing how it makes you feel and what it would provide for you if he did it the other way. Okay? So I wanted to share that with you guys today. So ladies, I invite you to think about this and think about how you're showing up with your man and belittling him and talking to him in front of other people, how you talk to him, how you ask him to do things, and how you try to control him. And remember that he's a man. He does not need to be coddled or mothered, tamed, or changed. Okay? Have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys this Friday for our next Friday Live, because I missed last week. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.